prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it, no kidding. In front of your building, sitting on a
The Grizzlies look to take charge at the FedEx Forum, and we're going to bring it to you live from Memphis, Tennessee. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sidelines. Today's game finds the Nuggets winding down their road trip. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Knocks down the three ball.
Westbrook is so much more difficult to defend when that three ball is going down.
Here's Morant. And Ware pulls it down. Quick start for the Nuggets in this one. 6-point game.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. Now here's Morant for three. They need this. Sinks the triple.
Well, when the three is falling for Morant, it's a bad sign for the defense.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jaren Jackson. And looking back, Coach, how great was it to see the Nuggets win their first title back in 2023?
One of the great NBA stories, Kevin. It was huge. It was a moment years in the making. That championship meant so much to the city of Denver and its fans. He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
Here's Ware. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Clock at 6. Westbrook. And he uses the glass on the layup. Westbrook's got 5 points so far.
And if anything, Westbrook gets more aggressive against contact inside. He doubles his effort level in response.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
Well, you've got to be creative when you're up against a bigger defender.
And it's Whitmore missing.
Well, there you have it. Their first miss of the game, but still off to a solid start here in terms of shooting.
The three from Morant. No good. That puts him at 2 for 6. Pass to Westbrook. Right wing. Takes the 3. Ware, no good. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. They trail by 6. To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. And Westbrook pulls it down. Here's Denver now. Here's Adebayo. Down low. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, that's on the defense there. You can't let Bam get primetime positioning inside.
Here's Morant. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Denver leading by 8. Adebayo with the ball. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They stand from 15 feet in. Not many players more dangerous in this NBA than Bam Adebayo.
No, there's not, Kevin. He's got the total package when he gets in the mid-range area on down. He can shoot the mid-range jumper above the rim to finish. He can score with his back to the basket, and he's an outstanding passer.
We haven't even mentioned his defense, right? Because his defense is off the charts.
Always an all-defense consideration.
Now here's Morant. 7 points in the game. And finished up by Morant.
Yeah, so tough to knock Morant off balance, and he's so talented at keeping his focus on the basket.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those 3 outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those 3 guys. That's a great base for the future.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. They recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Washington. Irving up top. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. The Nuggets with another miss.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
And here's Kennard. The three-pointer is right on target.
Right in Kennard's wheelhouse. They set him up perfectly, and he delivered.
Pass to Jordan. Back to Irving. There's the drive. Excellent D there from Williams.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Washington. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. The Nuggets on top, up by 2. And will be 16. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's really hard to get foul calls on the road. Credit them for being so aggressive.
Pass to Christie. The tray. The Grizzlies pull it in. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Nuggets, they trail by 1. Intercepted. Three-pointer, Daniels. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Daniels has got 5 points so far.
They've been outstanding from beyond the arc this quarter. Their percentage has been climbing steadily. Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
Here's Daniels. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 7. Here's Christie. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And Jang gets it to go.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. There's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
And here are the Grizzlies. 11 unanswered points for them. Swiped it away. Here's Adebayo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
There's a guy who just stays active all the time. Bam Adebayo.
The Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple. Now, we're used to the stretch big men these days, Stan. That's not Bam Adebayo's game, though. How is he still effective?
Well, Kevin, Bam is a highly skilled big in his own right. He just doesn't have the three-point shot. But he's got the ball handling, he's got the passing, and he's got the mid-range jumper, and he puts those things together into a very effective package.
He has a good handle, doesn't he?
He's got a great handle.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
The 17-footer. And again, Denver no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Here's Jackson. And it's blocked. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Kennard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Kennard's got the lead up to 13 now for the Grizzlies. Now Irving. Over Daniels. And too long on the shot.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Irving surveying the floor. Can they get it? And the rejection by Jackson. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. In the corner, Kennard with it. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Both teams deciding to change it up. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. It's an 18-point game. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And there's the whistle. That's going to go on Christian Brown. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. But I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
The Nuggets with another miss.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Pass to Jackson. 5 to shoot.
Well, the son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. plays the game with great instincts, particularly on the defensive end. You can see he learned the game growing up.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Now, here's Adebayo. Guarded by Bain. To end the drought. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. Adebayo's got 5.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot. That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
"17 seconds left to play here in the half. Westbrook with it. Guarded now by Jackson. The shot by Adebayo, no good. And here's Morant. Can't cash in from the high post. And so it's Memphis, holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Right back after this break.
19.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Memphis leading by 22. Westbrook with the steal. Here's the lob to the hoop. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Now, here's Kennard. No good on the triple. Here's Ware. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Memphis with it. Morant with it. Now defended by Whitmore. And then Morant slams it in.
Well, this is what the fans want to see. Morant showing off all of his superb athleticism.
Whitmore. All three off the mark. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And that one's good. Morant.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And another miss by Denver.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And it's Irving with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. Washington's got his first points of the night.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Bane with the bucket.
Stepping in from the line. It's easy money for Bane now.
Pass to Washington. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. One-on-one fast break. Jang high post. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Williams.
Well, look, the defense has got to push Williams further away, or he'll do exactly that.
Here's Irving. Nice D from Williams.
Well, he can't buy a bucket, but it's time to find other ways to help his team win.
All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down one, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
And the situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
6 on the shot clock. Will it go? Into the lane. Brown's shot is off. To the paint. Here's Chang. Payne for 3. On the wing, Bane. The fader. And that one is good. Bane's got 4 points in the quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
The kick out to Irving. Jordan the screen. From the arc, Kyrie Irving, and that's good. Irving's got 5.
You can't let Irving get comfortable in that pick and roll. Superb at knowing when to shoot in those situations.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And for the Nuggets,
1:43 left in the third quarter of the game.
Wade.
5 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Memphis ball. Into the lineup for the Nuggets. Number 15.
The Grizzlies on offense.
Mario Sharp.
They're on an 18-7 run. To the wing on the left. Here's Jang. Off target from outside.
Memphis foul.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Grizzlies?
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Pass to Brown. And the three ball is good. Brown's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Here's Daniels, and it's good from the elbow.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Pass to Christie. There's the triple. And again, Denver with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Here's Huff. Lets it go with the 3. Outside, Bain. Takes a shot at the elbow. And the basket is good. Bain's got 6 points in the quarter.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
And
the Nuggets. 33.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
Here's Robinson, and finished off by Robinson.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Here's Morant. It's rebounded by Jordan. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Back to Irving. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Memphis. Morant with a wide open look. He trains the quick shot. Morant's got 23 points.
Yeah, Morant just continuing to assert himself offensively.
Pass to Christie. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Morant looking around. Well, Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 panelists that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on
From the Raptors, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Outside Irving. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Outside for Jackson. Hits the target from 18 feet. And it's 6 points for Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, I like the assertive approach from Jackson Jr. Not hesitating for a second off the catch. Turns it over there, but that's his first of the contest. He's done a good job of minimizing mistakes on the night.
And here are the Grizzlies now. Greg, with how explosive John Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
One of the most explosive players to have ever entered this league. Morant shows out every night.
With the crossover, Westbrook can't get it to go.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
It's Morant with the drive.
Yeah, just so many ways Morant can create.
Outside Westbrook. Shoots over Morant. The Nuggets with another miss. Left side, Bane. Boom, he jams it straight down.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Pass to Daniels. From outside the arc. And Ware pulls it down. And here are the Nuggets now. And a wide open look for Whitmore. No good on the three. Morant with it. Westbrook picks him up. Morant, the bounce pass. Puts up a three. The shot off that time. 1:31 left to play in the final quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Grizzlies.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for John Morant.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
46 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Whitmore. Adebayo jacks up a three. And that one's good, Whitmore.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
Pass to Jackson. In the corner, Daniels.
Block.
Side out.
And Whitmore. First personal foul. 13 foul.
There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. It's Morant in the corner. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Morant got 32 points in the game. It's stolen. Here's Bane. And he can't bank that one in. Fires the 3. Drops it in.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Everybody walk around. Speed it up, walk around. Slow it down.